All right, ladies and gentlemen, greetings. Welcome back once again to Prep and Thrive Radio. Today, I have with me my brothers. I mean, if you've ever heard about Ghana, Nigeria, okay, these two countries, they are the most naughtiest twins in western part of Africa. And today I have with me one of my Nigerians brother, and we are going to go into deep conversations. So like I always say, this podcast is designed for those of you who need something to listen to. Maybe you are driving, maybe you are cooking, maybe you are cleaning, maybe you are doing something, you are at the gym, and you want to listen to some stories, some cool conversations. Here is the right place to tune in. So do well to subscribe, like, write a comment, let us know what you want us to talk about next time. So before we get in, I will let my guest introduce himself, and then we take it from there. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you, my man.
How is it going?
It's going well. Well, my name is Victor. You can call me Mr. V for short, just Victor or Mr. V for short. And I would say I'm someone that plays by his own rules. I don't go by what people think, what people say. I try to create my own rules. And in that way, I don't like obstruct other people, just do my things and play safe. So yeah, that's basically a short intro about me.
Good. So we're going to have conversations today. Let's go straight into it. I'm from Ghana, you are from Nigeria.
Definitely.
So we drop the Western act right now. Let's go to Western Africa. I want to even drop my accent and come down to the Ghana one small, I understand, yeah. So the top story of the week.
Yeah.
A 30-plus-year-old Ghanaian man who is living in the United States of America. He's a pastor. He's a man of God.
Yeah.
And he was dating this girl for 2 years. They didn't do anything in the bedroom. I mean, they didn't have sex.
Wow.
They didn't kiss. They didn't do anything because this man was a true man of God. Like, knowing a Ghanaian pastor who wants to be a real religious pastor, he will be disciplined enough. So he didn't touch this woman. They didn't do anything. And then they married. After marriage, honeymoon. They went to the honeymoon. And what he said that makes the narration even funny is, he said when he saw his wife's prick, he has never seen a prick as big as that before. So he ended up finding that his wife was a transgender.
That's crazy.
He ran to the kitchen, took a kitchen knife, stabbed her 40 times. 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 40 times.
And he's a pastor.
And the viewers and audience from Ghana, of course, are supporting his initiative because the view towards this LGBTQ is a little rigorous there. Yeah. But of course, America is a land where these kind of laws work. So yes, he's arrested. Yeah. What do you think about this? What do you think is the course of this? What like, tell me something. Let's go from the Nigerian perspective of,
I mean, when you go down to religion, yeah, you can say yes, having sex out of wedlock and all of that is a sin. But then let's be honest with ourselves. We are humans, we're adults. We've gone past this stage of childhood where, you have less things on your mind, you have less feelings, less emotions and stuff. We're now adults where we have, different feelings, we have diverse emotions, flowing through our heads all the time. So we can't say you're not gonna have that kind of feeling in your body as a human being. So being a pastor, you can understand that he's, following the rules of religion, that you can't do that outside wedlock.
Which is good, I mean.
Which is good.
Him being a pastor.
Of course. But then you finding out that your partner is transgender and then you deciding to, do what you did is contradicting the fact that you're a pastor and you're a born-again man of God, born-again Christian, as they always say. So what could lead to that is like, when you have full trust in someone, based on him being a pastor, the religion and all of that, he had full trust, full belief that, okay, this is my wife, this is my woman, I'm finally gonna have her. So you discovering that your woman is a man, and even what your woman is carrying is bigger than yours. That enough is like, it's a crazy discovery to like.
The ego was bruised.
Yeah, so you would like be furious, and you can do anything possible at that moment.
So from if I'm really trying to digest the angle you are taking it from, first of all, you don't agree to no intercourse before marriage. You actually advise that couples should actually see themselves in bed before they get married. I think it's actually a good advice, because not necessarily about being a transgender, but what if after marriage you get there and you realize everything is not what you expected and it's not what you like, and then what now?
Exactly.
Because he found out that his wife is a transgender, but how perfect is she? I was trying to find her socials, but I couldn't. So do you think he stands a case in winning in court?
I mean, I don't think he's gonna win, because it's a murder case that you can't win. But then when you say, was his wife perfect, I mean, some surgeons are good, they are creative, they're really good. So when they do their work, they finish it perfectly. And then when we actually go back to the fact that couples should see themselves before they finally seal it off, I feel like yes, that should happen, because when I was introducing myself, I told you I play by my own rules. I do my things, and as long as I don't make anyone feel less of themselves, do any negative things to other people, I'm okay, because I play by my own rules. So when I say, like, when you're growing up from childhood, you have less emotions, less feelings, you have less things in your head, you just have a little things to focus on. Growing up, you have more things to focus on. You have stress to release and all of that. So that's where that comes in, where your emotions and feelings come in. You can't lie that as an adult. You don't get that drive to do something as a couple. And I know there are couples out there that agree that they're not going to engage in sexual intercourse until they seal it in, but they do things. They see themselves how they are.
So in as much as we are having a matured conversation, I really wish we could use some words and some context, but we will try our best to go around it. So I know of a couple where the girl still claims she's a virgin, but they make out every night. And do you know how they're making out? Wow. So he's using hole number 2. Constantly. As far as to them, he's not using hole number 1. She's still intact. Like, the world these days is very, very weird. Like, especially with this generation, with our current states of mental affairs and the way we do things. Do you think we are confused as a generation, as a people, at this current era? Do you think we are confused?
Okay, that question is actually a very deep question, because I like to scratch the surface of every single thing. So when you ask, are we confused as a generation? It brings me down to the saying that there is nothing new under the sun. Every single thing happening now has happened before. History is just repeating itself. So I'm not going to say we're confused. I would say time always repeats itself. History always repeats itself. This particular generation that we are at this time, some certain group of people like that have existed before. Things like this have happened before. It's just happening again, like it always will. So I don't feel like we're confused. I just feel like we're in the wave of these things. So we just have to follow trend.
And there is little shame, little the shame and the shyness is very little, or it doesn't even exist. Like this time, it's just wild. But talking about the Ghanaians, before we go into further conversations, there is another story that has popped up in Ghana this week, where 2 twins, females, very nice Ghanaian bodied African women, 2 wonderful, amazing, beautiful twins. They are 25. One of the twins has been dating a guy for the last 1 year or so. The relationship has gotten very serious. They are discussing marriage. Now, the other twin of the twin who is in the relationship is saying that my sister and I were in the same womb. We were born on the same day. We have spent 25 years together, bathing together, eating together, gossiping, even using the washroom together, doing everything together. Now that we are 25, you cannot just come and marry my half and go. So the condition that the girl, together with the family, is giving the young man is
Together
marry
with the family?
one, yes, marry one and get one free. He has to
Promo.
marry the other girl. And
Oh, bro.
looking at this, it may sound like it is a punishment to the guy, but trust me, knowing
Get one free.
where this is coming from and the kind of people involved, trust me, this sounds like a gift to the man. And people are saying that he is going to be financially burdened because now it's not one woman, it's just two. What are your thoughts about this? I think there is a lot of incidences in Nigeria where men are married to multiple women.
Of course,
So
of
before that, tell us about your take on these twins. Are they making the right decision? What should be done? And so forth.
I mean, first of all, not sorry to say, but that's being delusional from the other twin. Yes, you guys are twins. You spent your whole life together. You did things together. That's what siblings should do. You should connect. Of course, you should connect, but you should understand that aside the fact that you're twins, you were in the same womb together and all, you still have lives of your own. You still have a journey of your own. You're two different people regardless of how you look, how you think and all of that. You're still two different people, so you have your life to live. So you saying you want to like get married to the same partner as your twin is just being delusional. But then it comes down to a choice.
Yeah.
Because now they both want it, the family and the twins, they both want it. So now it comes down to the choice of the man. Do you want it? Because it's a free gift.
What would you do if you were this man?
I mean, like I said, I play by my own rules. I do my thing as long as I don't affect people negatively. And now in this case, I'm not affecting anyone negatively because it's what they want. So if I want it, I'll go for it for sure. I'll go for it.
So that is you kind of saying that you are 85% sure that you go for the offer. But I mean, yeah, the whole family, including father, mother, and the twin themselves, are saying that, you know what, we love our children so much. They have been together all their lives. I think if you take one and leave one behind, that one behind will be very stressed, frustrated. So take them two together, treat them as one, but you have it in two.
Exactly.
And how is this scenarios in Nigeria? Tell us a little bit about how this goes on in the lenses of a normal Nigerian.
I mean, in Nigeria, we have a lot of, let me say, backbiters. People that like come in your face and tell you nice things, portray themselves as nice people, but then behind your backs, they're, So in Nigeria, we just have the mentality of just do what you want because people are gonna talk regardless of what you feel, people are always gonna talk, people are gonna come for you. Even if you're like doing every good, there's always gonna be one thing that people point out that this guy is a bad person.
With that being said, then let me ask you this question because I was planning to ask you anyways. We live in a world where people do selective sins. People are selecting the sins. So there are a whole lot of things that we shouldn't do. But then people select the ones they are comfortable with, and then they judge you for doing what you are comfortable with. So like it's very easy to see somebody who does drugs judge somebody who is gay. Or it's very easy to see somebody who is a transgender judge somebody who is a stripper. It's very easy to see a man who has married 4 judge somebody who has 2 girlfriends. Like this world. So do you think, the question is, are we hypocrites?
Of course we are. Of course we are, because the way I see these things, it's like, if you decide to be a part of a certain community or a part of a certain group, it's more or less of a cult. You're either in or you're out. It's like, you say you're a Christian. What does the Bible say you should do as a Christian? You're either in that or you're out. There is nothing you're living out of it. So you saying,
by the way, they'll come for you though.
They should come for me. They should come for me. Anyone can come for me if they want. The thing is, no one likes the truth. It's always bitter. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. Because if you say you're a Christian, you have to follow what the book says. It's like you have an exam and you have instructions to follow. You have to follow the instructions, every single step, to arrive at your goal. It's like that for your religion and every other group you're in. It's either in or you're out. You can't say, oh, I'm a Christian, and then you go behind the back to go and do some things, and you still come out there. Nah, that's not what it is.
And be judging the rest of us who have clearly said we are not this or we are not that. Yeah, I think the hypocrisy is too deep. Like, the hypocrisy is very detailed, and it's annoying these days because everybody is judging somebody. We are all sitting in our sins. We are all sitting in our imperfections. We are all sitting in our messed up, in our own facts. We are there describing someone's own. So there is a topic I really like: symbolic interactionism. So what you are familiar, so for example, the man from Middle East marrying 2 or 3 women is very normal for him. He sees nothing wrong with it.
Lifestyle.
Whereas a man from maybe my hometown in Ghana marrying more than 1 woman is also very strange to him. Like, what is this? It doesn't mean he's wrong or he's right. It's just that we find ourselves in different places. So how can the judgment stop? What do you think are some ways we can approach to reduce the judgment? Because we are all, if everybody is being vetted, from the president to the most useless homeless man, we all will be found guilty with something that we are not supposed to be doing.
So, frankly speaking, the truth is, it can't be stopped, because when you talk about perspective and perception, that's where it can't be stopped, because everybody has a perspective. Everybody also has a perception. The way you see things from your own angle, and the way you accept things from other people's angle. So like this now, I have a perception that, okay, if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you should respect me and all of that. But then I can be judging people based on my perspective of a relationship, and so it's like it's a contradicting thing. So I don't think it can ever stop. You just have to accept things for how they are. And just flow. That's like I said, I play by my own rules. As long as I don't affect you negatively or do anything bad to you, I'm cool.
Well, the conversation is going very well. We are just getting it heated and started. But since you are talking about relationship, I know there are some of our viewers who knows that we would talk about this topic. So
of course,
now we are here. Let's dive into it. This is men. We are not going to SHIT on women. No,
of course.
I love women.
Respect them.
I have a mom. I have sisters. I have a woman in my life, so I respect women. I have amazing professors and women as my professors. I have amazing friends who are women. But then, like the saying goes in Ghana, in every household there is this one MFUCKER. There is this one person there in that home. So relationship. Do you think it is mostly worth it these days, coming from the man's perspective,
Yeah.
do you think it's worth it these days to be committed to a girl and be a protector and a provider? Anyways, the women says that men used to go to war.
Yeah.
But now men are doing podcasts, so it's a whole different scenario.
Yeah,
So let me take your take on that. Relationship as a whole. We are going to dive in and dissect it. I am very sure they are dying to hear what we have to say about it.
From my own perspective, relationship is a choice still. So if you choose to be with someone, like I said, every single group or community you find yourself in is more or less a cult. You're either in it full time or you're not. So if you decide to be with someone, then you have to lock in on that person. It doesn't matter if it goes as long as 9 months, 10 months, or 1 year. Just make sure everything you do in that relationship, you do it well. Because there's something my parents always used to tell me: whatever you do with your hands or whatever you do at all, do it 100%, regardless of whatever it is or how small. Just do it well. So if you choose to be in a relationship with someone,
Then be in it 100%.
be in it 100%.
But bro, 2025, like I said, we are not going to shit on women, but I have a theory. And the theory is, in this current era,
Yeah.
the women have the key to the bed and the men have the key to the relationship.
Yeah.
So saying that if you want to be in a relationship, be in it 100%. Watching our ladies lately from men perspective, a lot of these girls, bro, do not deserve our 100% involvement.
Yes.
And the thing that I always say is, it is not necessary with the game they are bringing up. Because we men, we like the game. We like it. I can say that almost, if not all my friends, if you bring them 100 girls, they are down to knock it.
Of course.
But then my friends, female, if you bring 2 boys, they probably would not want to do anything with them. So meaning, for men, they are always ready for action. So if ladies bring it, but now it is just transactional. They are bringing it and then it's being transactional. So why don't they just say that, okay, fine, I'll give you this, just give me this? Why the whole pretense? Why do they pretend that they want to be in a relationship just to get our attention? And why do we also pretend that we want to be in a relationship just to sleep with them?
I mean,
the conversations are tough, but let's get in it.
yeah, when you talk about something like this, you know, meeting someone for the first time, you know, not getting to know each other in a short time and all of that, you know, both parties know what they want. And at the same time, both parties don't want to feel cheap. So that's where the strategy comes in.
That's actually a very true take.
So both parties don't want to feel cheap that, oh, I just let myself, you know,
Down.
come to this person like this. So the male gender will bring in the love and the relationship strategy, while, you know, the female will also bring up what they bring up and stuff like that. So it's not be like, oh, I feel cheap or I'm cheap for this person. So based on how it has been for a while, how, you know, other females have been doing it, we see it as transactional. It's not like it's transactional. They just want to see, is this guy capable enough to take care of me? If I finally like fall in love, you know, get that feeling and get locked in, is he gonna take care of me? Is he ready to, like, you know, do all these things? So it's a mentality. It's not like this is how it is. It's just how we perceive it. It's just like a strategy not to feel cheap. It's not like, oh, this is just how we perceive it. So that's
to make the conversation balance. So the debate is coming from both camps.
Yeah.
It's coming from the girls' camp. It's coming from the boys' camp.
Yeah.
The girls are saying that men are now very feminine. Men don't want to open the door for them anymore. Men don't want to pay the bills. Men don't want to buy them flowers. Men don't want to hold their hands. Men don't want to be protectors anymore. The men are also saying the women are not worth it. They are not feminine enough. They are not submissive. I mean, the submission is what I think really annoys the women. They don't even want to hear that word. We don't want to have anything to do with it. But the men are also saying they are not submissive. They are not respectful. And they are not naturally nurturers anymore. So, from these camps, what's going on? How do we weigh it? Who is right? Who is wrong? What is going on?
In this context, there has to be a balance. So, like I said earlier, everything happening now has happened before. Nothing new is happening. So, like this certain time and period we are in has certainly happened before. It's just repeating itself again. So we just have to find that balance. But we as a society, we are taking it negatively, where it comes down to like, oh, men don't want to be submissive. Because the truth is, as a man, if you do all those things in this 2025, you open the door for your girl, take a handbag, hold her hands in public, you see other people laughing at you, making...
It's crazy, man.
It's love, but people are laughing at you. So most people are like feeling inferior. They want to like young boys want to feel like that gangster. They want to feel bad and all of that. So as a guy, you want to feel bad too. So you want to do that bad guy thing and all of that, instead of forgetting what people think about you and just expressing your love to your person. And also, from the women's perspective, they feel like they can do everything on their own. The truth is, even if you can do everything on your own, you still need help. You still need support. It's like love. It's what's supposed to happen. You're still supposed to like express yourself. That's your inner child is still supposed to come out. You're still supposed to do those things. It's not like you just want to have your masculinity all the time. So that's where we're having the issues. The girls want to have the masculine mask on all the time, and the boys, when they bring on their masculine mask, they get shaded off.
And so now they protect themselves. Protecting themselves make them feminine, and again they are being questioned again.
Exactly.
That's the crazy thing about this generation. Like I was saying, now if you do the right thing, they will laugh at you. If you hold your girl's hands, they will laugh at you.
Exactly.
If you are always going everywhere with your girl, they'll be like, why don't you like?
Exactly.
And it's very... So currently, young people think that doing the bad things are cool. For example, I want to go to class, but I won't go to class the whole semester. I'll just go and write some rubbish in the midterm. I'm cool. And then they'll be bragging to it. You see them telling their friends, I didn't go to any class this semester. I didn't do anything, but professor gave me a 5. Whereas me, when I was in that time, we used to brag with actually right things. Bro, I studied the whole night from Friday to Monday. I wrote 2 exams, science and math. I calculated everything and I had 95.
Facts.
And then we are proud. But now, a young 18-year-old man or boy is bragging that he did not go to school the whole semester. But then he was able to write the exams and even didn't get a 5. He had a 3. And he thinks he's cool. If you love your girl, you buy her flowers, they are laughing at you. If a girl is loving her boyfriend and she prepares him food, internet is laughing at her. Like, what is going on?
It's the mentality that's going around. When you accept certain things in society, it becomes a norm. So that's what it has been. People have accepted negative things in the society, and now they see it as a normal thing. So when you see something good, something nice, it feels like it's strange. So that's why all these things are happening. Because take a look at it. I don't see anything wrong in a guy, holding hands with his girl in public. Even as a man, for myself, I'm the kind of guy that will hold your handbag. I would like to even carry your handbag for you, open the doors, kiss you in public, all those things. I'm the kind of guy that will express myself to you. I don't care what people think, what people say, and all of that. But when it comes down to society as a whole, they see it as, oh, this guy is a simp, this guy is a woman, this guy is this. But no, it's just love. It doesn't take my gangster personality away from me or the bad guy in me. It doesn't take this.
That is
strength out of
actually
me.
described as true masculinity. Being the man who is strong, stiff,
Exactly.
independent, but is able to understand the needs and the wants of a woman and let the woman feel safe
Definitely.
and heard and seen. This is actually the real masculinity.
Yeah,
but the whole idea and concept has changed now.
Yeah.
Now, if you are a real masculine man, you are even shy because society will look at you as
That's the mentality. Is like what people have accepted over the years. You see it as a norm. It's like when you go to the sector of people that, you know, talk about mental toughness, physical fitness, and all of this. You know, when they say, oh, you have to wake up as early as 3 a.m. so you can have a longer day instead of having 24 hours. You get to start your day earlier and do all these things. You see, it's a mentality. It's something you believe in and accept. So you see it as a norm. There are some people that see waking up as early as 3, 4 a.m. as a normal thing, and some other people see it as like, oh, you want to just kill me. Yeah. So you see, it's what you perceive as good or bad. Like, I don't really think this is good or bad. You just have a choice to make. Just choose the right thing. And I will always still take this down to what I said when I was introducing myself. I play by my own rules. I do my things as long as I don't affect you negatively. I'm cool. So that's the thing.
But this whole wave is going in a direction where it's becoming scarier. For example, the topic of cheating in relationships. It's normal now.
Yeah.
It has become really normal, but I am not the one coming to tell somebody about cheating, not to cheat, but I believe that cheating affects men differently and it affects women differently. Do you think so?
When you talk about cheating, we have to, because there's causes and there's effects. There's action and there's reaction. What is it that leads to cheating? Because you can't just bring cheating as a topic on its own. There is always something that leads to cheating, because what people say is cheating might not actually be cheating. Yeah.
What is cheating?
What people say is cheating might not actually be cheating. So
like my Ghanaian is just coming.
Exactly.
What is cheating?
So it's like, it depends on what you define it as. I'm not gonna like offend anybody here.
Please define cheating for my audience and us and me.
It depends on the context. It depends on the situation, because there's some couples you ask them, are you guys together? They'll say, oh, we're in an open relationship. Some will tell you we're in a situationship. Some will say it's not that serious. Some will say we're just friends. You know, they define things in different
their
ways.
own words.
And that alone brings up a string, a web of different other things. There are some couples now, they are not really serious with each other. Yes, they love each other, they like each other. They are together, but not together. So
Why is all this confusion?
it comes to the guy now seeing someone else, getting attracted to someone else, you know, doing things with other person. It's not cheating, but then people will see it as cheating. You guys did not put a tag to your thing. You guys just like each other. You guys are also attracted to each other sexually, and you're doing your thing. So there should be no problem if he's seeing someone else, because you also can see someone else. So that's why I said what people see as cheating might not be cheating. That's why I said you as a couple have to sit yourselves down and discuss, understand each other. Because if there's no understanding, there's always going to be problem. Because I can go to a meeting now and then network with people, meet new people. My partner could see that as cheating, but it's not. So that's why I said in the beginning of this that what people think is cheating might not be cheating, because some
Let
people
me
are
put the
dramatic.
question better in a real life scenario. A man called Joe is dating a girl called Chloe. Okay? They've been dating for 2 years. They are married.
Okay.
And in their relationship, it's not open. just I see you, I see you.
Yeah. Locked in.
The boy had an affair with someone else first. He's cheating.
Yeah.
The girl finds out. And she also decides to pay back with cheating. So he has cheated, she has cheated. Forget who did it first or whatever. So these two couples have cheated. Who do you think morally, emotionally, by societal standards, is going to suffer the most, is going to have the bigger burden of the consequences?
The bigger burden, honestly, is going to be the female.
Can you tell us why? I mean, from your theory and perspective.
From my theory, like I said, everything is a choice. The guy chose to do it out of, no emotions and all of that. She found out later. It's not like he did it and then he told her, oh, this. He did it, she found out. Her emotions led her to doing that, thinking it would, be a payback. But to the guy, it's really nothing. It's just going to fuel it more. It's going to make him more. It's just going to make him do more of that, because it's not a payback. But you as a girl, you have to be emotionally attached to another person, to do stuff like that. The guy doesn't have to be emotionally attached. We have different brains as a man.
Yeah, I mean, the saying goes that we go in bed with no emotions, like we can go with nothing, which is actually scientifically and psychologically proven to be true.
And judging by this fact, I've asked many of my friends, because growing up, I've had a lot of friends, even since high school, still together. So I asked them this as well, like, how was it like for your first heartbreak? They were like, it was devastating, it was crazy, but nothing like that is ever going to repeat itself again. So as a man, after your first heartbreak, because your first love, you love like you're a fool. As a man, you love like you're a fool. So like when you get your heart broken the first time, you get locked in, you wake up, you be like, okay, this is not going to happen to me again. So like you love with caution. It's not like, I'm not saying men don't love fully. Men love fully, but you love with caution. It's like when you're playing sports, you're doing this, you're doing that. You're doing it to your full potential, but you're also careful, so you avoid injuries and all of that. So yeah, in a relationship, a man is careful. He doesn't love to the extent that he's overdoing it, because there are some times where you love too much. The girl's like, oh, you're doing too much. Exactly. So as a man, my friends and every man I've asked, they'll be like, okay, it's never going to be the same as the first time. But for the females, they love 100% all the time. Like when they meet another person, they start the love story again from the first chapter. They start the story again. But for a guy, it's more like, let's continue from where we left off. It's just like, just keep the camera rolling. But for some girls, it's, you start again. I
think it is a whole lot of work to understand a woman, and especially these days, the woman needs to be really worth it in order to put the effort to understand her. Because if you really understand a woman and you check her with her needs and her wants, trust me, she becomes the best version of herself, and you will love her even more. But these days, these girls that are coming up, like, you can't even be a man in yourself, because the way they will talk to you, the way they will demand things, the way they will demand it, how they see things, their mentality, the way they say things, oh my God, like, it's so annoying. Anyways, with everything you said, so you agree that our past as men and women, it affects women more, because a woman with a little bit sexual past will find it difficult to move forward unless how it affects a man. Do you believe this theory?
Yes, I do, because I'm not going to tailor everything down to my own self. It has to go around. But then when it comes to myself as a man, I'm going to say yes, because the first time was like, oh, what is this? This is this. It was like, oh, this is like life. This is forever. But then it's like a wake-up call after. Like, bro, what is going on? Is this how people, like literally break your heart and stuff like that. So you literally wake up. But for women, you guys are naturally emotional. Like that's the truth. Every woman is emotional.
I mean, women are emotionally wired.
So you want that sense of belonging, that comfort, that assurance.
Ooh.
See, you want that assurance. So
and men don't have the problem giving that. Like actually, as West African men, from where we come from, men from our side don't have a problem being the provider, the protector, the lovey-dovey, whatever. But these days, these girls makes it hard to do that. Like, imagine you go into your savings and you take what you think you can, buy a bouquet of flower, and probably you don't have a car to go and deliver it. The way most of the girls from our side will make you even feel for putting in the effort. Like they are always comparing themselves to something bigger. The way they demand it. Like mostly girls from our side will be living in a 1-bedroom apartment. 5 girls living in 1-bedroom apartment. And they go with things like, if you are broke, this, you can do this. If you don't have this, you can. Girl, you don't even have these things you are asking for. And a lot of boys from our side are okay, are pretty much okay, can take a girl and be good to them, but it's just annoying and not worth it.
The truth is, you're not gonna blame them 100%. Like you said, it's mentality. A mentality is something you do every day to make a norm. So like you see it as, this is my lifestyle, this is what it is. You can't really blame them, because if you take us as an example, when we were growing up, the people we grew up around, their mentality was different. The way they perceived and saw love was different. The way they expressed love was different. Everything about them was different. But society has changed. And that is a normal thing to happen, because change is a constant. It's always going to happen. So you can't really blame them. Everybody has to shift to society. Because when we were growing up, society was different at that time. So we grew up in a strict and more condensed environment, something that made us like real men. Like it gave us a strong mentality. But now society is different. There's a lot of different things. So yeah, people are beginning to have strange ideologies, strange thoughts and beliefs. It's like, oh, this is how I see myself. The same way someone will just wake up today and say, I'm sorry, but you say you identify as a table, you identify as a cat, you identify as this. Those are the things society brings to us. So when you believe in these things, it becomes a norm. It carries you. Same thing goes for the girls. When you see other girls ahead of you, because of course everybody wants to level up, everybody wants to become a better version of themselves. So in that process of you becoming,
so they should level themselves up.
In that process of you becoming a better version of yourself, when you see what other people are getting, what other people are receiving, what other people are seeing, oh, this is how it should be, this, you would also accept that, because you feel like, oh, this is also what you want. So you can't really blame the girls for doing that or saying that. Is what they've trained themselves to become, and this is what they've accepted as a mentality. There's still girls out there that don't care about your cars, your money, what you want. They want you to love them. They want you to assure them. That's the truth. Some girls are ready to like start from level 0, build up with you, and get there. There's still girls out there ready to build up with you, do that real love thing, and build a home, build a family, and all of that. But then everybody just wants that quick level up. You just want to get it so quick,
fast, and then
that's what brings about these mentalities and these ideologies and these things we believe in today as a society. So that's like,
well, it's actually been going on as a good conversations, but before we finish relationship and then come and talk about something else before we end the video, there is a story I prepared to read and get our reactions from the Western African perspective. So it says, my fiancé, 29, male, confessed he only proposed to lock me down before I realized I could do better. Now, I don't know what to do with this information. The story says, we've been together for 4 years, engaged for 6 months. I thought we had a pretty solid relationship, normal ups and downs, but overall, I felt loved and supported. He proposed during a vacation in Santorini, and it felt like a dream. We started planning the wedding, booked the venue, picked the dates, the whole thing. Last night, we were at his friend's birthday party. Everyone had a bit to drink, including him. I overheard him talking to his friend. They don't know I was nearby. His friend was joking about how he finally locked me down, and my fiancée laughs and says, "Yeah, I had to propose before she realized she could do better." I froze. He laughed it off like a joke, but he kept going. "She's out of my league, man. Every time we fight, I think she's gonna leave. I couldn't risk it anymore. That's why I proposed." It shattered me. I haven't told him I heard. I couldn't even sleep last night. I just lay there staring at him, wondering what else I don't know. Is this love or fear of losing me? Did he propose out of genuine love or just to secure a future he thought was slipping? Now I am spiraling. I don't know if I should confront him, postpone the wedding, or just let it go. A part of me feels flattered, but mostly I feel lied to, manipulated. Would love to hear your thoughts. Anyone else in this situation
I
like this?
love this story.
What do you think is going on
I love
here?
this story. I personally, I don't have an issue with what the guy and his friends discussed. Honestly, because I'm gonna break everything down. Like I said, in a relationship, there has to be understanding, and you can't say there are couples like there are couples out there where the woman is doing way better than the man. Of course, there are couples out there. So it's not all in all relationship you expect the man to, yeah. So in this sense, like she said, fear of losing. As a man, you want to be sure that this is your person, because the way society is, it's hard to get someone that truly loves you, truly wants you. So him using the word lock, it's not like he did it just to hold you down. He did it so that he would be sure that, okay, this is my woman, this is my person, because he actually opened up. He's like, you're way out of his league. You can easily leave in at any time, because now this is loyalty, because the woman has a choice. He doesn't. She has a choice to go be with any guy she wants to be, because she's way out of his league. But she chose him. That's loyalty. But she is misunderstanding the guy, because he is seeing this girl as, oh, she's out of my league. If we have any misunderstanding or issues now, she can easily leave me, and I don't want that to happen. So he decided to propose, to hold her down, like, okay, now you're mine. Regardless of what happens, we are finally together. So that's his perspective, that I locked her down. Not like he's holding you down for anything. Like she said in the beginning, it's a normal relationship, ups and down, argue this, argue that. Nothing bad happened. He's just discussing with his friends that, oh, I held her down, I locked her down. He's just making sure that he doesn't lose the girl. It's not like he doesn't love her or doing anything. So,
and the girl is over.
Yeah, she's just overthinking. Because if you actually read this and have an imagery of this story, you can understand. Because this is a setting where all of them are like, under the influence of alcohol. So he decided to open up
with his friend.
Exactly, it's his friends. He opened up that he made this statement out of league.
I think mostly these women, they find any reason to leave. Like because if you listen to, I was checking a data of reasons of divorce from men's perspective and women's perspective. I'm not saying this because I'm a man, but mostly the men divorce their wives for, excuse me to say, tangible, logical reason. I saw a man who said the wife shot him. He was on the phone and the wife thought took a gun, shot his leg. Of course, like tangible. But a woman is going to leave her man because of this comment. Like, when you compare the reasons of leaving and divorce,
Man,
like
some women leave because you love too much. Yeah, some women leave because you love.
He
them
loves me too much, so yeah, I am.
Yeah.
He doesn't watch me the way he used to watch. What do you even mean? I don't watch you the way I used to watch? How was I watching you before?
Listen, as a man, every single day in our lives, every single minute, every single second, there is something going on in here. Every single second, there's something going on in here. So for a man to actually put you in his time and make time for you, that's something, because every single minute something is going on.
Let
in
me
here.
say something before we jump out of relationship. So I have a sister who is in the university. She has just graduated, and she normally comes to my house with her friends. So they come like 6 girls, 7 girls, and they'll be having conversations. And I'm listening. So like they're having conversations, and in their conversation is expectations. What they all expect their boyfriends to do this month, this week, how they expect them to look at them, how they expect them to make love to them, how they expect them to talk to them. And then I go out and then I meet my friends, men, and all we are talking about is what we have to do. Bro, I have to do this. Bro, we have to do this. Bro, I have to do this for my girl. I need to go and pick my girl. I need to buy her this. I need to pay her rent. I need to change her phone. I need to do this. Men are discussing, we need to. The women are discussing what they expect. How it should come. So like, yes, every day there is something in our head. Every day, and look at, I think they have too much luxury on their hands.
Yeah.
Any problem is like, why are you going to leave a man because he said he thinks you are out of his league and he doesn't want to lose you, so he has proposed to you? What else are you looking for?
That's a genuine
How else
reason.
are you looking for? Like, I don't understand.
That's a genuine reason. He loves you so much, you're out of his league, and he doesn't want to lose you because you're a high-class girl. He wants you to be his, so he basically locked you down. Locking down is just a
That's the whole point of proposing to you, to lock you down.
To lock you down. I want you to be mine. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. That's what it means. It's not like he's like playing you or something. He really loves you, girl.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of the thing, is to lock you down.
Just be calm.
Anyway, maybe we'll come and touch down on relationship before we close the video. But the world has become tensed up, especially when Mr. President Trump came into election. He said that he is coming to cancel any and all other genders, and America is only going to recognize male and female genders.
Yeah.
Before you give a comment, let's be mindful that I'm trying to be the host who doesn't judge anybody. I'm trying to be the host who is open-minded to every news and information. So with that being said, what is your take on President Trump's initiative as an African from Nigeria?
As an African from Nigeria, deeply rooted in culture and traditions, I would say it's the right thing to do, because as we were, when we were like growing, what we were taught and all of that, and what we experienced, what we saw, we only came to the knowing that there was only 2 genders. There was only 2. It's just the male and the female. But then all other genders and identification coming up is just another wave of mentality and perception, how they see themselves. Because like I said, someone will just wake up someday and say you identify as a cat, you're non-binary.
Those identify as cats.
Exactly. So
no, I'm talking about at least. Let's just keep it between just transgender, being a gay, or being a lesbian. That is what he's saying. Trump is not talking about those who are computers and microphones.
So, yeah, when it comes to the decision by Trump, I feel like it's the right decision, because there's only 2 genders. When we like look at reality, what is it? How do you experience it? What do you see? What do you feel? It's only 2 genders. There's nothing else. But then when it comes to transgender, I don't judge them, because when this is actually deeper than we think. Because I would also say numerology and astrology has a role to play in these things, because like I said, as a man you have feminine qualities, as a woman you also have masculine qualities. That's how we are as human beings. You have both sides. So when you look into some people's numerology charts, some masculine people, you will see that they have a lot of feminine numbers. And that is gonna make them feel a lot feminine. They're gonna like have that feminine side above the masculine side. So it brings the feeling, the perception of, oh, I am a woman, this is how I see myself, I feel like this. You're under that vibration. It's not their fault, it's not this, that's how they feel. And that's why you also see some women, they want to be bosses, they want to be on top. Their masculine energy is above the feminine energy. So that's why I said numerology has a big part to play in all these things, because you need to know your numbers, you need to know your vibration, you need to know yourself, you need to know who you are, what you are. So when you understand these things, you tend to make better decisions. Yeah, that's how it is. Because I wouldn't blame anyone for saying I feel like I am a woman, or I feel like I'm trapped in the wrong body. I'm not going to blame you for that. I'm just going to tell you, you need to understand yourself. You need to know your numbers, because it is a very important thing.
Number.
Yeah, it's in our lives. Yeah.
But then, considering again Trump's initiative, I know, but then do you think he's taking the right initiative? Because mostly the world had looked up to America as a major decision maker. So from Ghana, most of the people who are in that community followed the community because of what America preached. And we just slept one day, and then we woke up, and everything that they have preached to us, now the current president is trying to say that no, we can't go that. So they have lied to us. Have they misled us?
I won't really say they lied to us or they misled us. I would say when we're talking about America as a whole, we'll talk about the president. A president is one representing the country, so whatever he says is basically the whole of America saying it. So when one person makes a decision, of course, everyone is going to accept. And then now another thing happening, everyone has to accept. You have no choice, because Trump is basically the whole of America, is the one speaking. So he has said you have to follow. It's the same way we accepted to be gay, to be bi, to be trans. That's the same way you should. I don't have a problem with all that, but you should also know deep down, reality, it's just two. You can do whatever you want, but you also have to accept that.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean, he's not making it illegal, but he's saying that officially they are going to.
Yeah.
And aside that, he has come to cause a lot of conversations. I would like to term them as chaotic, especially to economy. If you say or if you do something he doesn't like, tariffs or your country. If you go and do anything, say something that Trump doesn't like, tariff. And just last night, I was checking it before this video, he has imposed tariffs on every nation, from the least percentage to the highest percentage. And now crypto market has crashed, the stock market is going down, inflation is high, prices of things are expensive. They are even about to be more expensive because the world's factory, China, he has imposed so many tariffs on them. So now something that was $1 last week is going to become $6.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said earlier, most of these things, numerology has a part to play.
Tell us about it. Finish us with the numerology and economy and how it is playing a part in our world now. Finish us with that.
When we go into numerology and astrology, there is in Chinese astrology there is like 12 signs. There are 12 animals. And every 12 years, a new sign comes up. The same way we have different ages, the age of the Aquarius, the age of the Pisces, and all of that. 2025 in the Chinese astrology is the year of a snake. And the year of a snake in history is known for a lot of destruction and all of that. Not total destruction, but when you relate it to energy and vibration, we all know that the snake always sheds its skin. So in that process, there's always going to be pain, destruction, and all of that. So when you go into astrology, this is the time where the snake is shedding its skin. So there has to be a lot of destruction. There has to be a lot of bad things, economy running down, the stock market, and all of that. But soon, when all that is over, the new skin, fresh body, and all of that is gonna come
in. So, with what you have said before he finished, it's very true. Somebody who has invested in cryptocurrency for like 8 years now, what he's saying is very true. So what is happening in cryptocurrency now, if you're an investor, you know that it's time to buy more. Because anytime the market crashes like this, it is just a matter of time and it booms back. So the snake is shedding its skin. If you are interested in cryptocurrency and if you want to learn more about it, I am going to leave a link to my crypto.com wallet. It will take you directly to downloading the wallet. Download it, set it up. You will see my referral code. Put it in for some bonus. Try to do some trading. You can buy $20, $50, $100, $150. It doesn't matter. The market has crashed. In the next 6, 4, 3, 7 months, it is going back up. And with your 20, 50, 70, 100, $200, you can turn it into thousands and thousands of dollars. So the link will be in the description. Go and then download the crypto.com wallet. Like he said, we are in the snake year and we are shedding our skin. So finish us with the numerology. I don't even know why we didn't start with the numerology, because that was where we were going to start our conversation with, but the reality on the ground took our attention. So finish us, my good brother, with the numerology and the snake.
When we talk about numerology, it's basically the study of numbers and the belief that every single number holds a vibration and a meaning, which is true, which I've tested many times, and it's true. When we talk about, before I start with the numbers, I would say we only have number 1 through 9 in numerology. We don't have a 10, 11, we don't have, all those things. We just have 1 to 9. And then there's also what we call master numbers. We have 11, we have 22, we have 33. I know these things I'm saying are gonna sound strange to your ears right now, but I'm going to break everything down and explain to the last detail. So when we talk about number 1, 1 is on its own. It's all about individuality. I want to do my things on my own. I want to be the boss. I want to be the leader. When we talk about number 2, we talk about diplomacy, partnership, and all of that. When we talk about 3, we talk about creativity, creation, all those things, creativity, creation. When we talk about 4, this is hard work. This is the number of law and order. This is hard work. This is structure. When we talk about 5, we talk about change, adventure. We talk about fun and risk and all these things. And when we go to 6 is the number of balance, is love, is harmony, and family. 7. Most people think 7 is a lucky number, but you're very wrong. 7 is a very unlucky number. 7 is the number of a loner. 7 is the number of spirituality, because for you to be a spiritual person, you have to go deep into yourself. So 7 is the number of the loner. Most people think 7 is a lucky number. You're very wrong. 7 is unlucky. 8 is the number of power, material success, money. 8 is also the number of karma, because when you look at an 8, you see that it's like an infinite logo. It's always going and coming and coming. So 8 is also the number of karma, because what you do comes back to you. 9 is the number of completion, transformation, new cycles, because when you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, from 9 we go to 10, because you see 9 is the number of transformation, new cycle, and all of that. So when I talk about numerology and I say affects us as humans, affects how we live our lives, our personality, it goes down to our birth date. There's a way you know yourself deeper by your birth date. You know every single thing about yourself by your birth date. You know your life path, and your life path is basically when you add all the digits in your birth date together, you have to come up to a single digit. In numerology, we don't deal with double numbers except master numbers 11, 22, 33. We only deal with single numbers because I said numbers run from 1 through 9. So there's life path 1 to 9, and we have master numbers 11, 22, and 33. The way we get 11, 22, and 33 is the same way we get 1 through 9 by adding all the digits to your birth date. Some people come out as 11, some people come out 22, some people come out as 33. Some people come out as 34, but then we don't have a master number 34. You always have to reduce to a single digit. So when you get 34, you have to reduce, which gives you a 7. So you know that person is a life path 7.
Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, that is very insightful from my brother Victor, but unfortunately our time in the studio is coming to an end. I believe we have had great conversations. Just let me know simply if you like more about this numerology. Write it in the comments. I will bring him again in the studio the other time or the next time to directly, strictly, specifically talk about numerology, because we do have some insightful conversations, but this is our first conversation and I like the way we took it and how we brought it. So like I said, do well to like this video, subscribe, write a comment, let me know what you think about our conversations. I am going to leave Victor's socials on the screen as well. You can follow him, check him out. And about crypto.com, I am personally recommending crypto.com with my referral code. You check it, download the app, do some stock trading. The stock market, the cryptocurrency market is crashing now, and that is good to happen as an investor myself. Like I said, I've been doing crypto for the past 8 years, and this is a free advice I am giving you. Thank you very much, Mr. Victor. Say your last words before we say goodbye to our audience. I think they have enjoyed us so far.
My last words for you guys is just have a good heart, be nice to people, play by your own rules as long as you don't affect other people negatively. Just do your thing and be good to people. That's all. Have a great day, guys.
Do your thing and be good to people. Unconditional love is the key to everything the world needs. Start loving yourself, start loving your neighbor, start loving your surroundings, your community, and your environment. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Akosa. It was very nice being here with you. Until then, see you. Bye.
Peace out.